Here indeed. Welcome in. Welcome to the best hour of my broadcast day. Newsmaker Thursday is underway. I had to double-check the day of the week. Newsmaker Thursday underway. Tim Bryan, happy to have you on board this morning. We will talk with Rich Mullinax and David Griffith. David Griffith and Rich Mullinax putting together a benefit concert. Let me get my notes in front of me here. It's a fundraising concert for the Buddy Christian Trust, a story we know all too well and are sad to have to relay yet again. The Buddy Christian murder of earlier this year, shot and killed in the line of duty in Athens, leaving behind a wife, 2 young children. This event, a fundraiser for them, raising money, make sure those kids have what they need moving forward with the rest of their lives. Here to talk about that event, Rich Mullinax, David Griffith. Guys, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having us, Tim.
Rich, first, I'm noticing the note that you sent me. In addition to organizing the concert, you're going to be performing as well. I guess your message would be come anyway, right?
That's right, come anyway. I once swore I would never do this again, perform in an event that I was promoting, especially a fundraiser, but this was too big an opportunity to pass up. The cause is too important. A few weeks ago, I was contacted by Mike Mantione, founder and band leader of longtime Athens indie rock band 5/8, well known for, I guess, 2 or 3 Athens generations, have played for, I like to say, bars of dozens and coliseums of thousands by opening for REM on more than one tour date.
Sure.
And 5/8 came to me. Mike and I actually go way back 20 years. We're roommates when I first moved to Athens, and we've always wanted a chance to play together, but I play bluegrass and he plays something entirely different. But he approached me about this event. He had a date open at the Georgia Theater, and Scott Orwald of the Georgia Theater, and they wanted to make it into a benefit, and we were kicking around several ideas, and I go to church with David Griffith, who's involved with the Buddy Christian Trust and also with the Athens Clark County Police, and it just seemed like a natural fit. It's come together very quickly, but it's going to be a great opportunity to visit the Georgia Theater for only $5. How often can you see a national act like 5/8, even though they are here in Athens, for just $5, as well as Thayer Serrano, who will be playing prior to 5/8, as well as my old band, 16 Tons. We are reuniting for this event. We have a long history with the Georgia Theater, and we have special guest Caitlin Jones joining us, who is a frequent guest in the past years of 16 Tons. We're a bluegrass band, so you're going to experience a variety of genres. It's only $5 in advance. It's $7 at the door, but you can get tickets online. And the best place to find out about this event is at the BuddyChristianTrust.com, www.BuddyChristianTrust.com, which will give you not just information about our concert that the Georgia Theater has made possible, but about the event, about the cause itself. I've been involved with several fundraising benefits, but I've never been involved with one that was so personal or so tangible as this. It really affected our community. The last event I was involved with was the Georgia Theater rebuild efforts. I put on with the Georgia Theater a show at the Classic Center, the Avett Brothers. Mm-hmm. And this event, this incident rather, took place while I was in the midst of putting together that show with the Georgia Theater for the Avett Brothers. And I just remember thinking at the time, boy, that would be a tough benefit to be a part of if I ever took on something like that. And here the opportunity came, and we're very excited about it.
The show Saturday night at the Georgia Theater. By the way, what time do the doors open Saturday for this show?
This is unusually early. It's an 8 o'clock doors. The bluegrass starts at 8:30, and it's an all-ages show. So it's really it's a unique event because people can come who normally wouldn't be able to get in. We timed it so that it would land when some folks are coming back for the holidays,
right,
who may be coming back from college. So,
Rich Mullinax and David Griffith putting together this show Saturday night at the Georgia Theater, fundraiser for the Buddy Christian Trust. Buddy Christian, Athens police officer, killed in the line of duty back in March. David Griffith, the Athens Clark County Police Department. Tell us about the Buddy Christian Trust. Tell us how that came about.
Tim, the Buddy Christian Trust was organized by the employees of the police department after Buddy was killed in March. Buddy was a special guy to all of us. He was the kind of police officer that every police chief dreams about putting on the road. He was a great guy. I'm a little biased. He was a friend of mine, but he's community-oriented, very civic-minded. His approach to policing was about the service. He wanted to do good things for the public at large, and that's the perfect police officer. And the employees of the police department got together, put together a trust to benefit Melissa, Callie, and Wyatt, his wife and children. Buddy was the bread earner in his family. Police officers don't make a lot of money, and they were a young family with a lot of living to do ahead of them. So the employees got together, organized the trust, and all of Saturday night's concerts proceeds will be donated by 5'8", 16 tons, and Thayer Serrano to the trust. It's a great act of benevolence from the local musical community, and the event's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. 4 hours of music in the Georgia Theater on a Saturday night leading into Christmas. It should be a great time.
David Griffith, the Athens-Clarke County Police Department, Rich Mullinax putting this concert together again Saturday night, 8 o'clock Saturday night at the Georgia Theater. And as Rich mentioned just a moment ago, this may be, for many of you, your first chance to even see the Georgia Theater since it was rebuilt and reopened after that fire of a couple of years ago. Always a good occasion to go down there, any occasion. In this case, a fundraising occasion, raising money for a very worthwhile event, the Buddy Christian Trust. David Griffith, again, in the Athens-Clarke County Police Department, organizing the Buddy Christian Trust, helping put that together, get that off the ground. I gather you're close to the family as you were close to Buddy. How are they doing these months later?
They're doing amazingly well. Melissa and the kids have a great support structure from their family and from friends. The employees of the police department have rallied around them. They live on a horse farm, so they've got some extra demands that most people don't have. The guys from the police department have been helping out with the farm duties, and as you know, the community has rallied behind the Christians to help build the house that Buddy was planning to build this summer. Plans were underway, and he was killed just before they started that building project. The community has helped pick that up. They're doing amazingly well. It's a sad time of year for anybody that suffered a loss going into the Christmas holiday season. So, Melissa has her good moments and her bad moments, but all in all, she's a strong-willed woman with amazing character and disposition, and she's doing very well.
And we should also ask, how's Tony Howard, the officer who was wounded in the shooting that claimed the life of Buddy Christian? I understand he came back to work some weeks ago. How's he doing?
Tony is doing great. He's back at work. We're really glad to see Tony back here in the office, his smiling face. He even got out on the road a little bit last week and went back to the neighborhoods that he's used to policing, and just had a great time getting back out in the community and interacting with the citizens of Athens-Clarke County.
David Griffith,
doing very well.
David Griffith, Rich Mullinax again putting this concert together Saturday night, the Georgia Theater, downtown Athens, 8 o'clock. The doors open. Rich Mullinax, this really, and again, sounds trite. This is my morning to be trite, I guess, but it sounds like a cliche, but this is what the Athens community, especially the music community, does. I mean, they're kind of known for this. When something like this happens, you mentioned the rebuilding of the Georgia Theater, whatever the local need seems to be, these folks step up and try to fill it.
That's right, Tim. It's important to note that the Georgia Theater has really made this event possible for a $5 ticket and a $7 at the door ticket. The production cost at a facility like that, especially after the rebuild, which required several modernizations and several updates. It's amazing that they are able to pull this off, and they're only able to do so by making a sacrifice of their own. We really want to thank Scott Orvald and Wilmot Green and the rest of the staff down at the Georgia Theater for not only allowing us to do this, but to give us a Saturday night. I mean, last Saturday night, the place had it was sold out for whatever show there was. It's sold out most Saturday nights. It's a big deal to set aside a Saturday night. And all of the outpouring of support that went into the rebuild of the theater, it was not lost on the theater. I mean, and prior to that, most of the fundraising events that I took part in as a concert promoter, right back to my very first one, took place at the Georgia Theater. So it's not just the theater; it's every venue in town. The 40 Watt, the Melting Point, and in this particular night, it really shows the coming together of several genres. 5/8 and 16 tons couldn't be more different, but there's something for everybody. You come early, you're going to hear great bluegrass. Who doesn't like bluegrass? And Caitlin Jones singing her classic country. And then you're moving into Thayer Serrano, who has this great singer-songwriter, shoegazer sort of sound to her. And then you're moving into 5/8, a classic Athens institution, with Vanessa Hayes Pylon featured in 5/8 Fest. So,
sounds like a great show. Again, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, the doors will open at the Georgia Theater. Fundraiser for the Buddy Christian Trust. Rich Mullinax, David Griffith putting this together. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the show. Quick break when we come back.